Today I'm going to talk about how much money YouTube has paid me in the first 4 months of being monetized. I have my fiance write the number in this envelope. I'll be right back. Okay, I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but as an amateur and a relatively new YouTuber myself, I've mentioned that anytime I learn something that I think is valuable and I think I can teach it to you in an easy to understand and an easily digestible way, I will do that. I also thought it might be valuable because I'm still a part-time YouTuber, which will be changing soon. And I just wanted to give you some realistic looking numbers and to give you an idea of what you may be able to make as a part-time YouTuber. So far, I've seen other YouTubers talk about how much they've made and how they made it. I've seen them talk about how to get monetized, and I've seen them talk about what YouTube monetization is and how it works, but I haven't seen anybody talk about all three. So guess what I'm gonna show you in this jam-packed video? That's right, all three. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Darren. I am a self-taught painter and I am an actor and filmmaker, and I own some businesses and other stuff, and now YouTube. To make sure that I seem smarter than I am, I'm going to give you the full standing desk experience. And yes, I still have the hand crank desk. Obviously that YouTube money's not hitting well enough yet. Okay, I'm gonna start with some real basics, so feel free to skip ahead if you already know some of this stuff. So to start, what is YouTube monetization? So what does it mean for an account to be monetized? If you're monetized, YouTube will pay the creator money for running ads on their videos. The company would reach out to YouTube and say, hey, we would like to advertise on your platform. They say, awesome. So the advertiser pays an agreed dollar amount that I'll explain to YouTube, and then YouTube pays the creator 55% of that amount to run the ads on their video. And the way that works is YouTube charges the advertiser a set dollar amount for every 1,000 views that ad gets. And YouTube calls this CPM, which stands for cost per milli, which is Latin for 1,000. So the CPM is the term that YouTube uses. And again, that is what they charge the advertisers per every 1,000 views. So to give you an idea of my CPM, I pulled up the data from the last 4 months. My average CPM was $14.40. So again, as a reminder, my actual payout is going to be 55%. And that number is going to vary based on a variety of things. So for example, financial advice accounts, investing accounts, they have a much higher CPM. Like I've seen some that are like anywhere from like $30 to $40. So it's much larger. But the reason is you have to think, who are the advertisers? So if you're talking about finance, investing, you're dealing with large banks, insurance companies. They have much deeper pockets, larger marketing budgets, and they're willing to bid more to get those views. So YouTube can charge them a lot more. Now, if you're dealing with my niche, which is, more on the filmmaking or art, you're still dealing with some large companies, but they're not as big, obviously, as the large financial institutions. So now that we know how monetization works and we know how ads are placed and sort of how the advertising side works, let's talk about the creator side. Who doesn't want to make money making YouTube videos, right? Well, YouTube isn't just going to pay anyone. They're going to want to make sure that the account is very active, that it's getting a lot of views, that they're consistent, because again, they want their data to look really good for the advertisers. So they're only going to pay accounts that are monetized, because that means they've met certain requirements. So the requirements are as follows. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. That's just bare bones, have to have 1,000. And then next you have two options. If you're going the long form content route, then you need to have at least 4,000 hours of watch time on your videos over the past 12 months. That is a rolling 12 months. The other option that you have is 10 million valid public shorts views in the last 90 days. So YouTube shorts, you know what those are, vertical videos. You need to have 10 million views in a 90-day period. Either one of these is gonna take a lot of time, just FYI. Okay, so say you meet the requirements, you hit apply, and then YouTube is gonna review your application. This could take up to, I think, like a couple weeks. They just wanna make sure that your account isn't like a weird spam or you're not stealing other people's content or whatever like that. They want to make sure that they're verifying who they're going to run ads on. The annoying thing about this is I lost out on a good amount of money because I had a video that was kind of going viral at the time. By the time they approved it, which took them, I think, close to 2 weeks, that video had already got up to like 175,000 views. So YouTube, you owe me some money for that. Now to the point that we've been waiting for, and that is, how much did I make in my first 4 months of being monetized? And as mentioned, I'm pulling the data from April 4th, which is when I monetized, to August 4th for a clean 4 months. And you see the numbers can vary based on the day. Again, I had a video that was doing pretty well at the time, so I almost got as high as $60 in one day For the most part, I was averaging around $20 a day. And then once I had posted some new videos, then it would kind of spike up and down. It's all over the place. So you just want to make sure you keep posting. But in total, in the 4 months, I made $1,677.04. As a very part-time YouTuber, that is not bad at all. The actual breakdown is I made $6.83 off of shorts. I didn't even realize I had made any money off of shorts. Supers, people can do like a thanks or like a comment. They can like pay to highlight a comment in a post. And I think it's like a thank you or whatever. I didn't know I had one of these either. That's cool. 2 of them. Thank you to the 2 people that did that. So that is just from YouTube ads in a 4-month period, which is cool as hell. And I'm extremely grateful. And it's really exciting because I haven't even really gone all into this yet. And I have a lot of stuff that I'm planning to do. But the main reason that I wanted to make this video was to give you a realistic sort of look at what monetization is and the kind of money that you can make just off of ads when you're kind of a small account. Like I haven't had any videos go crazy. I'm not in the millions. I think my highest is in like the high 200,000s, but a lot of other videos that are as low as just like 1,000 or something. So I wanted to give you a realistic look at what that may look like to not have like a super viral page. And the reason is I get too many comments and messages from people that all they talk about is monetizing. And I get it. Who doesn't want to make money creating content or making YouTube videos? I get it. My big concern here is if you are solely doing this because you want to make money, I think it's going to be sort of disappointing for you. I think you're going to have a hard time because I've been monetized the last 4 months, but I really started pushing it like a year ago. And I had an account probably for like a year and a half before that I was kind of like in and out of. And I don't think people realize how much time can go into this. And so my fear is if your only motive is to try to get monetized and you don't actually enjoy it, or you're not talking about stuff that you care about, or you're not passionate about whatever it is that your channel is about, that you might burn out. Or you might get monetized and then realize like, oh, this is not enough to like live off of. I mean, an extra $1,600 is amazing and I'm extremely grateful, but I would not be able to live off of that, and neither would probably any of you. I think you need a realistic look. Like $400 a month is not enough to live off of. It could probably take me another year or 2 from here to even start making any decent money through different avenues on, content creation. Start a channel about something that you love, that you care about, that you would do for free. I'm serious. If you wouldn't do it for free, if you weren't going to get money or not, then I don't really recommend it. All of the creators that you see on here that are amazing, that are killing it, that are doing well, it's because they actually love it and they're really good at it, and ironically make the most money. So you want to make sure that you are creating and doing things that you actually love. And so to wrap this up, since we're talking about sort of making money as a content creator or even part-time like myself, there are basically 4 main ways that YouTubers or content creators here make money. So the first is ads, which obviously we just went over if you were paying attention. The next is sponsorships. So if you've ever seen videos where they're like, this video is sponsored by Sony, and then they have like a 1-minute section where they just talk about Sony. These brands will pay you to create a spot in your video that's anywhere from usually like 30 seconds on the low end to 90 seconds on the high end. They'll pay you a flat dollar amount to go over some new product or whatever they have. This is a way that a lot of creators make good money. The next would be affiliates. So if you go into one of my descriptions, like for this video, there's going to be links on there to products and things that I use. If you purchase any of them by clicking on those links, that affiliate program will pay me a small commission. You're not going to make a lot of money on this until you become a bigger name, but it is another nice way to make some kind of quick money. And then lastly, obviously products and services. So in my case, I sell artwork and I'm going to sell merch and like other stuff like that. But there are some people who sell courses and classes and stuff that they teach. So that would fall under the services category. These are the 4 ways that anybody will make money. And you do not need to be full-time to do this. So to give you a quick example, obviously I made that money from AdSense, but I've had 4 pretty big brands already actually reach out to me in regards to sponsoring a video, which was really cool considering that I'm still small. Some of them have just right out of the gate offered a dollar amount. Others have said, hey, what is your cost to do a 60-second or a 90-second clip if we collab? The interesting thing is strategically, I've turned them all down. As I've mentioned, I have other income and I do other things in business outside of YouTube as of right now. The way I saw it strategically was if I wait and I build my audience, I can charge them a lot more later. And not just selfishly, it will benefit them more later if I have a bigger audience. So I reached back and I said, hey, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm very interested. Do you mind if we touch back on this in the relative near future? Let me build up my audience a bit more and I can provide more value, and vice versa. So I haven't currently made any sponsorship money, but I could have, and it would have been probably an extra around 2 or 3 grand in the 4-month period also. So that's another way to bring in some income, even part-time. And I've sold one painting and gotten another commission scheduled in this last 4 months as well, which is really cool, but I'll talk more about that in another video. And then I did sign up for Amazon affiliates, which so far total I have made $212.84. I don't even think I actually set this up until maybe June. So this isn't based off of the full 4 months. So I can see, if you have a really big audience, how people probably make some really good money on this. And the cool thing about this though is this is how I learned about a lot of the products and stuff that I used from creators that I liked and getting their advice. And so I love being able to share stuff that I think may benefit you in your journey as well. And I get, you know, a small piece of that, which is cool and very appreciated. So that is it. I just wanted to share some of this with you. I think this is valuable information that I was kind of seeking. Again, I kept finding larger accounts that had made like a lot of money already. So it doesn't really give you an idea of what somebody can make part-time and the different ways that you can make it. And it's very promising. It's very exciting. It's an amazing platform. I just have to reiterate that it takes a lot of time and energy. There is money to be made, even part-time, but you will have to put in a full amount of time part-time. If you are playing the long game and you love what you do, I think you're in a great spot. That's where you should be. I hope this was helpful to, I don't know, at least one of you. And now I'm gonna go back to my regular scheduled programming. And please go watch my last video because I really, really like it. And good night.